Hi everyone, welcome. If you're new here, I'm so happy to have you and to show my previous subscribers. Welcome my baby dinosaurs. And so for today's video, we're going to be talking about how do we break the Trump curse that he has placed not only on his supporters, but also on you as well. And so we'll be taking a nice deep dive into that. Also, I have acquired my previous video when I first began the channel, and I was talking about the Trump spell on Trump supporters. And I will be playing it here so you guys will be able to watch that video simultaneously. Then after that, we're gonna be able to figure out how to break the curse. And so that's what's really significant here is in order to break the curse, you must understand the problem. And so I will be showing you guys that as well. But quickly before we do begin, I just want to say a few things. Of course, this is just for entertainment purposes only and for educational purposes only as well. And so a lot of you guys had problems with notification. Thank you all. I love you all. Thank you so much for coming. So I talked to a specialist on the notification problem, and they have said that actually my notification in terms of you guys being notified actually increased substantially a lot since January. So since December, 12.4% of you got notified. January, 11.6% were notified. Then February is 18.4%. And he said there's no problem in terms of the analyst. He said one thing that you guys can potentially do is, I'll put this in the description at the end of the video, is how to turn on the notification on your mobile, your tablet, your computers, and I'll put that in the description for you guys so you guys are aware. I think I might have been shadow banned, so you just probably can't say because of legal issues. But other than that, good statistics. So we're going to jump into it. If you guys also want other ways, avenues to be notified, if you don't trust Facebook to do the job, YouTube to do the job, do not worry. As you can see here on your screen, we have, my Facebook group, which you can find in the description below, right? You guys can certainly check that out if you are interested. Of course, you guys also can check out my Twitter as well as Celestial Tarot 8. And you can also check out my Instagram as well, where I'll be notifying you guys now on there as well. So if you guys are, of course, interested. So if you guys have not watched my previous videos, in terms of the meditation, this is the statistics for the meditation. If you're wondering what's the likely chances of Trump being acquitted or convicted in the impeachment trial, according to that data we have found is that 55 to 45% chance likely. Please keep in mind that there is a high potentiality for an acquittal, just as much likely as a conviction. But when I did my reading last night, if you were not there, I highly recommend you check out this video. But this is the overall statistics. We have a 73% likely chance he'll be convicted, with an acquittal 24%. Now, please keep in mind, Donald Trump won on the presidency with only 5% chance. So there is a possibility for him to be convicted, but also be acquitted. So keep that in mind. A lot of YouTube notifications don't work for many sites. Yeah, that's why I figured I'd make those other social medias in case you guys want to be notified elsewhere. All right, so we're going to jump into the video. And it's 15 minutes long, and then we'll do the actual thing. If you're wondering why I'm wearing this, to kind of raise your mood so you don't become low vibrational, where Trump can be able to gather your energy. I don't want that. Just warning you, this video is a little cringy. I had to edit some parts down to make it shorter, but I do hope you guys enjoy. Donald Trump put a spell on Trump supporters. Oh, we do. He did. Because guess what we got? We got the voodoo warlock. He did. There's a lot of spirits. A lot of spiritual things around her. There's a lot of things. Look, she's doing voodoo. I don't like that. I wouldn't be surprised if he did put a spell on them. Luckily, I broke this. We do have the 7 of Pentacles here and the Page of Wands. Like, look at the graphic. Like, he's stuck in the store at a skeleton. Or this person. And he's enjoying it. Like, if you watch some of the other tarot card readers, they call Donald Trump a vampire. An energy vampire where he sucks your energy out and he thrives off your fear. And when you feed that, that's what he thrives off of. And this is the Seven Pentacles, right? He likes putting people to work. Because when he has them in working, he feels the strong. It's like almost like he feels so powerful, almost so invincible when people are working. Because people are like, I'm so tired, I can't do this anymore. And he's just like, he's like stuck in all like, the energy. Honestly, it just scares me a lot. It really does. Because I really wanted it to be a no, but he did. He really did, honestly, guys. He really put a spell on the Trump supporters. Okay, so we do have here the 64 story, a harpy. Almost like he's calling out like a spell, like he does spelled out, and then it kind of like gets like these people, almost like a frequency, like a sound frequency, and kind of get them like moving, like almost like you ever had like a werewolf, and they just howl, and all the other werewolves howl, like almost like a mating call, like he's just calling upon them, they're just like this. I don't like that because it bothers me so much when I do it. This is like so scary and chilling. This is like probably one of the most scariest like readings I have done, besides somebody else getting murdered. That was bad. But yeah, so this is a page of the story, The Headless Horseman. Now, the headless person, you can really read it from like the point of view of like the head is being cut off, so there is no logistic, there is no brain here. They're just following whatever the leader says, really. Well, okay, like, you know how Donald Trump said, Proud Boys, stand back, but stand by? It's really like that. Like, they're not thinking with their head, they're thinking with their body. With pride almost. Just like the way they refer to men when it comes to women. You think about it with your head, but you're not thinking logistically. That's the problem with these people. You do have the Page of Pentacles, Byron Simone. They just like remind me of somebody who does a lot of carnival. And look at all the energy, look at all that fire and passion from the past. He is thriving off of that. Look, he's a snake. This is disgusting. Like, you think the other reading that I did was disgusting? This is the most disgusting. Because he definitely surely did put a spell on people. Yeah. So this is the media. He wanted people to see that he is a strong bull. Like, he is a bull in the China shop. He wants the people to see that he is the guy who came in to save the day and that he is the savior. That is literally what he wants people to believe. Ada Pirate. He wants to change the direction of the country. He wants to change the country. He's in control. This is the leader. Somebody who's in control of the chip. He's the one who would say as he goes. This is almost like the Republican Party almost. Really. What Trump says is what goes, really. And here we have the Queen of Pentacles reversed. I never seen this one ever. But it's Dryad. And this is in reverse. This is the tree. The tree, the happiness, growth, harmony, fulfillment, joy. It's all in reverse. And so this is the final outcome. He does not want them to feel that. He wants them to be fearful. He wants them to be stupid. He wants them to be uneducated. He wants them to be racist, homophobic, xenophobic, you name it. He wants all those negative qualities, the low qualities, to get them so low that he can thrive off your energy. I don't like this, guys. I really don't. This is probably one of the most shocking readings I have ever done. Because this was like... Okay, yeah, so this is the cops. There's a lot of green here, but the person's evil, you can see. But it's in reverse. So now, this would mean like very growth, happiness, a sneaky... Like, almost like sneaky love. Like, you don't want somebody to know. Like, almost like a crush. So you have a crush on them, but you don't want them to know, but you're a little sneaky about it. No, he's open about it. He's open that he does not give one crap about who you are or what you do. He does not care. Then we do have the Empress, but in reverse. And so this is the Empress. Look at the Empress. It's very demonic, but it's in the reverse. And the Empress is very spiritual. And this is a woman who knows right from wrong. And so it's just in the reverse. So this is evil. If he did it, or I see it, because it clarifies it with the Empress card. The Empress card clarifies the trade that he actually surely did almost 100%. He did in fact, did put a spell on these people. He did. I wouldn't be surprised. Nope. I would not be surprised because, like I said, the woman is spiritual, knows good, right from wrong, but this person knows wrong from right. So that's scary. That is scary. I'm telling you, people, these things are not a joke. Don't ever play with voodoo. Don't intervene with demonic beings. These people are not your friends. I'm seriously, that's why I don't intervene with demons or anything like that. The only people I talk to is Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Uriel, or other archangels. I Yeah, don't communicate with anybody who's demonic or anything like that. That is out of my area of expertise. Even if it was my expertise, I would not be communicating with them. Do not use the Ouija board, please. Tarot cards does not call upon spirits. If you do tarot cards and you call upon spirits in general, you're basically openly inviting anyone to come through at any moment. That's why you always want to say you only want angels and spirit guides only. Only good people. Good energy. I did not like that reading at all. That was scary. Like the song I kept getting was, I put a spell on you. You're gone. I put a spell on you. Like that kind of thing. Kind of cleanse the air a little bit. Oh, send a little positive energy your way. Because honestly, I don't want that. I don't want that energy here. That's why I had this incense going. Don't like it. Don't want to be around it. Alright, Spirit, tell me. Did Donald Trump put a spell? Oh, okay, look what come down. Reverse is rebirth. That, the same thing. That came out last time. Okay. Spirit, tell me. Did Donald Trump put a spell on the Trump supporters? Did Donald Trump put a spell on the Trump supporters? Did Donald Trump put a spell on the Trump... Oh! Look! Yes. I don't know what to do. I am shocked to my core. I know, put a spell on people, and if anyone knows that, or anyone knows this, English is a spell, basically. So what you cast out in English is what you shall receive. So why do you think they have good morning? Well, morning. They're saying good morning because you're hoping that someone will mourn in the morning. Why do you think you call people who are dead and you go to see them in a funeral? Before a funeral, you go to awake? The person's dead, they're not awake. These are spells, these are hidden spells. And so that's why you say, have a good day, instead of good morning or good night. You know, these are very demonic words that we don't even know what we're playing with. And so I just want to cleanse the air right now, just, you know. So what Donald Trump says, he is casting a spell on the people who are low vibrational beings. Really, people who are victims. Really, the Republican Trump supporters are victims. Yeah, this is the third time I had the card. It's the end of a cycle, coming to an end. This voodoo thing, whatever the hell he did, he surely did put a spell on people because it's coming to an end. It's on the world. He did this on the world stage, so. That's why you see a lot of tarot card readers. It's very hard for us to read them. Sometimes because he does have almost like protectors in the spiritual realm, trying to make sure that whatever he casts through is gonna happen. Yeah, he wants fighting. He wants division between the Trump supporters. There's a lot of hate between them too. I know that. He wants them to see him as like the guy who does something and always chasing like something, but really, if you look, the horse is just stagnant. It's not really moving much. It's kind of staying still. He wants them to see that this guy is just moving along. He's not, no. He just wants them to see like he is strong and, you know, but he's not. Yeah. He did. This is his wish. That was his wish. It was a very negative wish. He got what he wanted. Okay. How are Trump supporters feeling? Is the wish gonna break? Is it gonna crack? Or is it gonna stay up until the election? What's gonna happen? Donald Trump gonna make sure that the country is destroyed. What's his plan here? What was his plan with the spell? Like, what was his goal with this? Tommy Spirit, what was his goal? So we have here the King of Cups reverse. He wants Biden to appear as somebody who is not capable of being president. Then we do have Temperance. He doesn't want balance. He does not want harmony. I kind of see this as like negatively too, in a sense, because he's mixing potions to try to cast spells on these people because he wants people to think that he is just some god, or I don't know why. People think he's like the Lord's Savior or something coming down to save them. Like, really? You think Jesus is going to be racist about black people? Really? I don't think so. Yeah, what he did was he looked overseas for help when doing casting a spell. That's why he's so attractive for so many people. Yeah, he wants people to sleep, not be able to sleep at night. Yeah, and he was successful at that. Yeah, he also wants people to be clothed in, almost like praying on their knees, like they're sad and they're just hiding that this is what happened to the country. Honestly, this is depressing, really is. I did not expect it. I was like, oh, okay, this would be kind of cute, for Halloween kind of thing. Like, did Trump put a spell on Trump supporters? But he did. He did. That's scary, because my accuracy level is around 90%. And so, I have a really strong feeling that it was right, because if I had 3 decks confirm it, there's 100% sure that there is 100% accuracy here. Yeah, there was a deal that went on that was dirty. Yeah, so we do have the Queen of Cups. He wanted to make sure Hillary didn't get the White House. This was family money. So dirty family money. We do have the Page of Swords, so he's looking to the past. He was not looking at what's in front of him, he's looking behind him. The Page of Pentacles, all he cares about is money, money, money. He wants just to rise to victory. That's what he just wants. Now, this is also the 2016 and 2020 election. So, make sure you check both videos out. And, we got the Emperor's card again for the last card. If this doesn't tell you, I don't know what is. Because this is a spiritual woman knows some good and from wrong. This is somebody who's very spiritual, very beholden to the truth. And this is in reverse. This is somebody who is very negative, someone who casts a spell on somebody for their own personal gain, own personal benefit. It's disgusting. It really is. I cannot believe that this reading actually came to be something more of a nothing but truth. I was doing this as like, oh, okay, we kind of like a fun read, to kind of check it out. Oh, it is real. It is true. Don't play with these spells. They are real. If you play with demons, you shall get demons. Oops, that was a bad part to leave off on. But anyway, so I do hope you guys like that part of that video. And like I said earlier in the video, the only way that we can figure out how to break the spell or the curse is we must understand the root of the problem. And so as I was like editing the video, trying to shorten it down so like we don't kind of get the long pauses, because that was only that video was made only 10 days after I started the channel, so there's not a lot of people viewed it. But the main point of it is that when I was looking back at it, I was like, oh my God, it's talking about the January riots and the conspiracies with the election, the fraud and everything like that. And the reason why I was so slow in that video was because the energy was so heavy. And it was just discerning. It was just like, almost like something fell on top of you. It was like very bad. Hold on one second. Okay, so basically what the whole point of this video is now I'm going to teach you guys how to break the curse and break the spell. So please do not leave the video because it is very important. Okay, guys, I love you guys and thank you so much for joining. So the main point of this entire video now is that we have to learn is now we know the root of the problem, what he has done. Now we have to fight it by coming up with a solution. And so, one thing I have learned is that when you listen to Trump, when he speaks, it's almost like it's a spell, like a certain words are being cast upon you, which is why when I watch the news, I can't watch him when he's on the news. Because when I listen to his voice, I notice something starts to change within your mind. And that's why I don't listen to him at all. Like, I talk to some Democrats as well, and they watch Trump on the news continuously because they're so worried. They're so anxiety filled. And when you have anxiety, it makes you lower vibration of humans, low vibrating, and that's what he feeds off of. And so by having people who watch Trump on a continuous basis, you can just think about one person who you know that watches him on a continuous basis and starts to embody him. They had no idea that they're embodying the man who they were watching, because you know what they say. Whoever you put within your media circle, the 5 closest thing to you is what you will embody. So Trump is one of those people, whether you like him or dislike him, you will start to embody those characteristics. So the first thing is you don't listen to him, you don't watch him, you don't listen to his speeches. Because when you do, you start to embody it, and you don't want to embody it. So that's the first issue. The next thing that we have to do is we're going to use the same exact tarot deck that I used in that video. So here's my tarot deck that I made a long time ago. And so we're going to take a look. How can we break it? So spirits and angels, tell me about this. Okay, interesting. All right, so it's telling me, normally when I read this card, it tells me to stop and reverse the deck. So I'm going to put that back in, reverse it, use the white flag here. As you can see here, we have truth. Yin and yang reversed, the virus reversed, and then we have to make a choice. All right, so I know exactly what this is. All right, so what it's telling me is that it's going to happen pretty quickly. It's going to happen pretty smoothly. What ended up happening was that it didn't come into a disaster as Trump was hoping. He was hoping for it to be a big disaster. It's a matter of time, and this is the impeachment trial. It's a matter of time right now, the impeachment trial. However, there's not a lot of young people who are participating. So part of it is to break the curse is to get young people out and more interested in politics, because politics does change your life, whether you want to believe it or not. And part of that is the women. The women around the young people is what's going to embody, what's going to drive the young people forward into this new era. And so it's a strange thing to see, especially when you're asking how can you break the curse. I guess one of the curses, the one way that you can break it, I think it's more of a generational curse. This is what it is. It looks like a generational curse. And the only way that it's going to be broken is when you start to elect people who no longer embody the curse stuff. So people like white old men who are always in the the White House is what embodies that. It's a trend. It's a generational curse. And so what it appears to me is that once we have a woman in office or some degree in the highest level of the land, it does feel like it will start to shift. There will be a generational shift. The curse will look like it's going to break. And it's all it takes is one person. And all these people who were pushing these ideologies, these generational ideologies that no longer fit the patriarchy. What I'm seeing here is that they're going to start waving a flag. It almost feels like we gave up. We can't keep doing it. We're not going to survive any longer. And the truth is going to be revealed. So what you think and know now, it's just your intuition. So use your intuition to determine when voting for a particular candidate, because it does look like that will determine a lot. Don't depend on whether it's gender. Now, it could be very well, this female figure could be someone who embodies feminine energy, but not necessarily have to be a female, so to speak. This person will come in a time after the virus is over, right? You see, the virus is contained. Right now, it's not contained. And so we know exactly who this person is. So whoever you're thinking of right now is that specific person. and I always cite this on my channel, the 2020 election is not as important as the 2024 election. It will be the utmost, most important election in our lifetime, which is actually why, funny enough, I actually planned this for tomorrow. I will be looking at my past dream analysis and reading on it, because I said Pete Buttigieg was supposed to be the front runner, and Kamala Harris was supposed to be VP, which is funny because I think I released that video out, but I had it like 2 years before I started my channel, so it was pretty interesting to see. This is talking about the upcoming election. Now, this could mean midterm, or this could mean the 2024 election. Yeah, so it's the midterm to get the leaders, world leaders down. The confusion is blank. There won't be a death, but there will be a sacrifice to some degree. And we have here the luck with the bad is in the past, which means that we as a society are going to be very happy. So it feels like to me what I'm getting overall, like an overall sense with this deck right now, is telling me that this is talking about the overall political view of this. It's going to give me more in-depth reading, but what it's telling me so far is that a lot of the change is going to happen slowly, but it's going to change. So the negative, the bad people in power are no longer going to be in power. And the reason why, let's be real here. Let's be real here, people. The reason why the United States is so corrupt is simple, because they're not breaking the law, because there is no law for them to break. And therefore, corruption is indeed allowed in our country. Until people come in and make laws to prevent people so that they cannot break the law, then you will start to see things change. Right now, we're at a crossroad. What way does America go? Does America continue down Julius Caesar and the end of America's democracy is over, or we end down and we bring the real ideology that the framers had put forth and other people around the country that came here for the American dream? And so there's no better deck to use than this deck, which I'll be looking at more a spiritual sense of where we need to be in terms of being able to break the curse. So spirits and angels, tell me, how can you break the Trump curse? How can you break the Trump curse? Can you tell me? Okay, so the first thing I got from my guys was that they were telling me that I need to tell you guys, stay away from Trump. I feel like some of you guys are watching him continuously and you're so worried that you want to see him punished, all your anger, all your hate. So this man, channel it into something positive. Remember, I don't like Trump, but I don't have hate for him. And the reason is, when you hate something, it brings you down. And you don't need that. That's not what you need. You don't need that at all. And you see here, this is what Trump is. He used the 10 of Pentacles, right? But look, it's normally like some black guy who looks like a bull, but he was a bull in the China shop. But he was reversed. It's over. He's gone. The Republican figure is now gone. He's no longer in charge. He basically has no power in terms of veto and bail, so to speak. What we have here, you don't need to feel like you're being stepped on all the time, right? You don't need to feel that way anymore. It's over. He's done. It's over. I fear a lot of it is that the fear is all about your fear, basically. This is basically fear-based. So a lot of you guys are very fearful of the future. You're afraid of what may happen going forward. We have here the 6 of Pentacles. Now, you can see here now, this is strange. I got this kind of like a Joe Biden card. You're worried about the division within the United States, whether or not this signals the end of the United States is just the early stage of the Civil War. And, I spoke about this earlier that on my earlier videos, I think early January, I talked about like this being a spiritual civil war, not a physical one, but the likes of which is we have never seen, which is a spiritual civil war. And if you look here, it's a spider, but she's holding on to two different things. This is like my Joe Biden card. He's bringing unity together. He's pulling people back together, things that were impossible. And so part of this is that we must allow ourselves to be open to the idea of being united again, understanding one another, being open. Because part of that, if you hold on to these fears, these negative energies, they're not doing anything but hurting yourself. And so you can't hold on to them. And when you start to let them go, you will start to find your inner strength again. You will start to climb mountains. You will start to see that sun. You will start to see happiness again. So I feel a lot of this is really more based on your fear of another Trump-like presidency. You know, do your do your duty as an American and vote. If you see something, vote them out. Because you know what, you have the power to change it. The question is, what will you do? Because you have the power to alter history. The question is, are you going to come out and vote? And I said this the time, and I'll say it time and time again. If you support the Democratic Party, the only way the Democrats can win going forward is they need a high popular vote turnout. Remember, Biden almost won. Biden won by 7 million votes and yet almost lost the Electoral College. So it is extremely important your votes count. Everyone, no matter where you are, your votes count. You are a legitimate voter, whether they tell you you are or not. You are a legitimate voter and you should be able to vote. If you don't like something, change the system. For example, when I started this channel, I was watching other channels. I didn't like the content they were putting out because it didn't feel like they were getting broad perspective. They were just doing what was popular, so to speak. So I decided to create my channel where I'm able to give you more content, more data. And, if you don't like something, do something about it. Change something about it. You could be a beacon of change if you really try to look for it. And so let's just see what the Rider-Waite Tarot deck has. So Spirit Angels, tell me, what else do we need to know about this? Again, same story. We have here the Queen of Pentacles. You are holding on. You surrounded yourself by these people, this ideology of either anti-Trump or for Trump. And this is the problem, because it has divided people so much on a polarization line, is that we're coming into this scenario where people don't know who they are because they embody this into their own personality. What we have here as well is the Fool. It's okay to start fresh. You should start fresh. Let go of those personalities. You don't need to hold on to them. We have here the Hermit mode. A lot of you guys already know exactly what I'm talking about. Just walk away from the negative energies that you don't need and hold on to the ones that do help you. And in the end, you will feel a lot younger. You'll feel like a weight has been lifted off of you. And so that is the advice that my guys and my tarot cards have been trying to push forward is you don't need a spell to break another spell. The only thing you need to do is you need to change your mindset. And when you change your mindset, you will be able to break any curse, any sort of thing. Because you know what? You can overcome anything because we believe in you. You need to believe in yourself because that is what's extremely important here. Is that you just need to trust in yourself. And so the last thing that I'm going to do is I want you to close your eyes. Take this very moment and close your eyes for a second. I'm going to take a crystal and I want you to listen to your intuition. Listen to your gut. I have a crystal in my hand. Feel this energy right now. Feel this energy. I want you to guess what crystal I'm holding in my hand. I'll give you a moment. Here it is. It's an opal. So if you got that right, your intuition's strong. If you have not, do not worry. Do not worry about it. It just means that work on your intuition. So this is a sign for you to, work on your inner self, work on your inner positivity. Because why do you think I created this channel that I did? Right? Because why do you think I always tell you I love you guys on a continuous basis? Because you know what? When you say the word love, it really raises someone's vibrations. And it really helps a lot of people. So just use the word love. That's why on the channel, you don't really see a lot of hate on the channel because it's all about love, raising your compassion, being compassionate, being passionate about what you love. Because that is what truly at the essence here. Maybe Trump wasn't able to teach you that, but maybe I can. And the only way that we can know as a society to move forward in the best form of light is that we must be able to show each other love and kindness, because that is what the fifth dimension is all about. Kindness and love. And with that, guys, I love you guys. And I'll see you guys in the next video, okay? Tomorrow I'll be going live again around 11 p.m. And I'll be doing the 2024 election with my dream analysis with Pete Buttigieg. So I'll see you guys very soon. I love you all and have a very, very wonderful night. Bye, guys. Glad you guys got it right. Love you guys. Bye.